I apologize. I know you all are busy. Unfortunately, I can't.
Hi, everyone. Somebody said I'm so-and-so age. You're 1 year off, young person. I'm 71. Not what you say I am. I'm not 72, not until the end of the year. Who's getting old, young lady? But thank you for saying I'm a year older than what I am. So you're wrong on the age. You said the 3 feet right away. Sorry, you're wrong. They pay for the pole. They pay for the warrant. There is no right of way on the paperwork when I bought my house. There is no right of way, period. Even Spectrum Cable does not have no right of way. REMC has no right of way. There is no right of way on my road. It's a private road, supposedly. That's what the courthouse says. But you said 3 feet. It's usually 10 feet. They do on each side of the power lines. But they know there ain't no right of way on this private road as the courthouse has it. I hope you feeling good. I know you've been on the sick list, but God will take care of you, young lady. I know you're laughing at it. You're not young, but you know how Dad and Mom was, to treat people all the same. To me, you're young. I'm young, but I feel like I'm 2,000 years old. You got some medical problems, too. You know, the children carries our problems. The father of the kids, you know, they got medical problems. The women's family got medical problems. So everybody should do a YouTube blog about your family history, the father and the mother, to do family history medical problems. Because the children and the grandkids needs to know on both sides of the family. You know, is there cancer? Is there heart problems? Is there diabetes? They need to do that. By you doing a YouTube video, people, if you passed away, they can look what mommy or daddy, grandma, grandpa, and so look like. You know, they will always have a video of you all. So if you all can do a YouTube video of your life, you don't have to talk about your spouses. I know some got good spouses, some got bad spouses, but, you know, they pay for their mistakes. And it's up to God. God, you remember if you was married to one of your spouses, he or she, whatever, you all probably went to church. God has the final judgment, not you, me, or anybody else. God has the final judgment. But I know it's cold outside. How cold? But I'm learning about the GoPro. I just got off the phone with the GoPro people. And she was a very nice lady. And I tried, you know, the email how, you know, on questions how they do. For some reason, I'm having problems doing that. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm an old man of 70 plus years old. Yeah, I'm going to let you know I'm 71 as of December of last year. Not 72, but that's okay. She's always did love to joke, and she's a very sweet lady. She told some guy she was laying out in the backyard. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but to me, it was funny. She was laying out there in the backyard in her two-piece bikini. I don't know if it was polka dots. I know it had some white. Jack Mans, who had a barber shop, he still owns it, but he retired, but I think he still drives a school bus. He was cutting through the cemetery because the house we was living in back there then butts up to the cemetery. People said, that's creepy living next to the cemetery. No, it's not. I used to work in a cemetery on Halloween night because those kids always done damage on Halloween night. It didn't get spooky. I just drank a little bit of alcohol because I told you I was an alcoholic and a drug addict. But I've been sober 25 plus years from drugs and alcohol. People, it's all up here. It's all up here in your mind. So I guess I could put my shoes on, walk to the mailbox. I've done enough walking. The cat food I got the first of the month, it went from $22 up to about $29 for the same bag about 2 weeks ago. Why in the hell it would go up? It was a 40-pound bag or something, and Ursula raised it. I guess I have to maybe get a small bag of dog food and mix it in with the cat food. See if they eat dog food, since dog food's cheaper than cat food. But maybe when it was 20-some odd dollars up at Orchard's, I know people, it's not Orchard anymore. You know, but why in the hell would you raise it up about $7 to $9, you know, in a week or so? That's stupid. That's how come I quit changing cat food, because everybody keeps raising it. So I bought a 30-pound bag, and that means I done went to, you know, I put it in a tote with a lid on it.
Approximately 3 cards, 1 inverted, possibly 4 patients.
Dispatch record
913.
references Gadaman. He worked me on it. 7961 West County Road, 1270 South Westport.
913.
Was there any area? Yeah, quick. What's over speeding?
Also, people, I'm what they consider a part-time YouTuber.
54.
138.
And I don't get paid from YouTube until I get 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. If you don't believe me, type into your search engine, how many subscribers do I need before I get paid from YouTube? It would pop up. You know, I'm trying to be honest with you. And some of them might be first timers to YouTube. They got 2 YouTube channels. One's for children under 18, which you gotta have a adult there with them to come up here. And YouTube not as strict as Facebook. People say, well, you get Facebook. No, they violate everybody's First Amendment rights. They got their checkers out there. I got a friend that lives over by Churchill Downs. He's on Facebook. He keeps me up to date of the local people around here, Louisville, and over. He reposted a news story from a local TV station. He got put in Facebook jail for 48 hours because that didn't meet their guidelines. How about when the local TV station or the news media post something? You know, I don't understand it. You see why I don't do that, because it violates the First Amendment rights. Also, I remember when I watched Facebook up in front of Congress. And it also, the people in Congress brought up a law that the federal court ruled on, that you either have to you cannot kick certain people off because it's unconstitutional. When you make a law, when Congress, city, county, state, you make it for everybody. And Facebook didn't do that. And then Congress and the federal court says it's unconstitutional. You have to allow everybody on there or you shut Facebook down. Or you can have 2 Facebook for children under the age of 18 with supervised there, you know, an adult, but you know, people, you have to see what YouTube's things is. Can you leave YouTube? And I don't think you can, because if you're doing a live stream, somebody from YouTube is watching it, so you have to stay there with them. You got to log in every time a child, if they decide to go to adult, but they make it impossible.
27 and 28.
So I'm going to have to put my shoes on, walk to the mailbox. I'm willing to bet to one of my outside children will follow me. You know, I love cats. If you live out in the country, you got to have cats, because out in the country, you're going to have field mice and moles. They take care of them mice. And I had a good mouse catcher. She's up in kitty cat heaven with my mom and dad up there with the other cats we had over the years. Patty was a good house cat. She was born outside at my other house. I brought her and her 2 brothers and another female. That only leaves 2 tomcats that's brothers. That's John Wayne and Tiger and Rooster and Timothy McGee. He's a new kitty cat last year.
Sam 10 Edward 5 King 23.
So I want to thank you all. I explain more about the GoPro, how it works. But the manual they got, GoPro, blow it up where we can see it. You know, even a magnifying glass is hard to see it. I know it costs money to have it blowed up a little bit bigger. When they say fine print, your manual is fine print. It's hard to read.
Grumman, Grumman.
And you know, I know you can only live stream if you're close to a Wi-Fi. You need to get your programming people that can fix it up that you can live stream through your cell phone without a Wi-Fi. So how is complicated for your GoPro people to fix it up where you can live stream through your cell phone instead of the Wi-Fi? But that lady was real nice. I give you all a 10, but I'm trying to figure out how to do it. I give you a high score and try to go to the next one. It's frozen. Don't ask me why. Comes to stuff like that, I'm dumb. People say, don't put yourself down. But it's nice living out in the country. If you live in the city, find you some property anywhere from an acre to 10. It depends what's in your price range. You know, out in the country, you're going to have a septic tank. You know, you can do more out in the country, you know, like that. I only got about an acre of ground, but if God would let me win the lotto, I'll buy some more property. You know, I believe the person will sell the property to the east, the west of me. That's looking out my outside window. It's probably maybe 5 acres, maybe give or take a little. That'd be nice to cut those trees down and fill it all in with dirt. But thanks to the state of Indiana, when they put I-65 in, when it rains cats and dogs, it floods to the west of me. And in my yard, when it rained cats and dogs, it floods because the state of Indiana put a creek in back in, I guess, the 60s when they put I-65 in. I'm trying to get the state of Indiana to bring some fill dirt in. You know, where I can raise my yard up. Maybe it might need a drain pipe put in before you can put in fill dirt. But it needs to be raised at least 3 inches. The back, the side, a little bit of the front yard. Might have to put a drain pipe in, but when you're on a fixed income, you can't do crap. Oh. So I got to get up, put my house shoes on. I wear these house shoes I got at Walmart, which they are comfortable. It looks like a car tire on the bottom soles of it. But I want to repeat, people, I'm not 72 years old. Let you know, young lady, I'm 71. I think I'm a few years older than you, but, you know. But you still young. You still beautiful. You know. You had 3 beautiful kids. 2 girls and a boy. So I'm very proud of you. You got a boy to carry on the dad's last name. That's very good. Girls don't do it, but that's okay. As I said, I love Jesus. Jesus loves you all. Remember, don't never give up on God. God will be there for you. I forgot to hang my key up. No, you ain't coming in, Gina. Hi, baby. Hi, Tiger. See, Tiger is like the rest of them, but Tiger doesn't have his white feet like the rest of them. I think this is Junior. Well, you catching the cold? I see Mama Blackie sitting underneath my car there at the front. I said, Mama Blackie's probably 10 years old. She's a good mama cat. These babies here is her grandkids that was born last year. Hi, baby. Which one are you? Are you Panther? Yeah, you're Panther. Yeah, you're Panther. How you doing? Yeah. You okay, Blackie? See? Come on, I gotta walk to the mailbox. Damn, move! Take my little stick with me. In case my babies decide to follow me. No, get. You're not gonna follow me to the mailbox. See, you can see those Townsend trucks. They reaching over to my property. They ain't got permission from me. 'Cause I own all the way up to the guardrail and a little bit into the road, so they're trespassing. No, they ain't got the 3 feet right of way. So if you look, you can look at him coming up there. He's trespassing. I can't do there. They cut and leave it in the ditch line. So I guess if I had, because that water comes down there and goes into that creek. So the turtle doves is out. So does that mean we're gonna have an early spring? Put my stick down since they're not following me. But it's nice out in the country. You know, I wish, to cut all of these trees down. See, there's a bunch of wood that was cut down that the neighbor, see, I like this. It kind of looks like a log cabin. You can buy wood like it. I think it comes from Kentucky. There's the guy's house. He has 3 or 4 sons. I think 3 sons. But look how nice that looks, you all. Look at that wishing well. Look at the birdhouse. Oh, I see them little birds is back. See, that's their birdhouse up there. So it's nice living out in the country. There goes a young lady. But like I say, country life is different. If you so used to living in the city, you're gonna be in for a change, you know. It's quiet. It's too quiet out here for me. But, you know, you get used to it. If you don't mind a train, you know, it's not bad. I got no mail. Well, that's the first time the kitty cats didn't follow me, I guess because of, see how nice that, well, it's not a garage, it's more like a shed. It looks real nice. So since this is February 13th, I think, might be wrong on the date. And then little birds is there, so that means we're gonna have an early spring, because them birds they leave when it gets cold. So it tells you some stuff. It goes midnight tone. See, they gonna leave it. They gonna leave that shit there. They're getting awful damn close to them power lines. He's getting awful damn close. All they're doing is making a mess. See, they're not coming over the guardrail to pick up the damn tree limbs. See, they're not that good of people. They're trespassing, you know. That's more than 30 feet from the power line. Yeah, the guy said smile you on camera, so. They didn't get my permission. Because that's still my property up there, people. That's more than 10 feet from the power line. That's about 30 feet. And they won't cut this tree right there within 15 feet of the power line. Screw RMC. They ain't got no permission. They still cutting trees on my property. Somebody said they got 3 feet. No, they don't. Not when you own all the way up there. I own all the way up to the guardrail. So I'm gonna have to complain to RMC for damaging my trees. I've done talked to a lawyer. And the lawyers state they have to get permission. You know, I told him where they done it. He said, that's illegal. They're trespassing. Can I call the police and have them arrested for trespassing? Yes or no. It's like a catch-22. What? Hi, baby. Hi. You got your motor turned on? Come here. Come here. Ah. How you doing? Hi. See, they just let those tree limbs off. You know, they're not picking them up. There comes one guy over, but man, they got them scattered all over the hill. I hope they bust their butt. Should I go in there and get my pellet gun? Well, like I said, I got trees all the way down in the ditch line where Townsend cut it back here in the summertime. Are they going to clean that up? Hell no. They cut it and they just left it there in the damn ditch line. That's Townsend Tree Service. I don't know where their home office is, but, you know, they're trespassing, Townsend. RMC, they're trespassing. I didn't give them permission to trespass and cut the trees up on my hill. You know, that's trespassing. Either way you go. I like to see the engine blowed up in their trucks or something. I told them you would have permission if they would top this tree out. So they ain't got no permission. I said, that's the first thing you had to do is top that tree out. But no. They're trespassing. I don't care what it is. I own all the way up to the guardrail. There's property markers up there telling all this stuff. So how can you all allow shit like that to happen? You all trespassing on my property. I didn't give you no permission to cut my fucking trees. I hope them SOBs heard you. I know you all did, but should I feel this way? Hey, we the people still got rights. We still got rights, but my rights is being violated by Townsend Tree Service, who's got a contract with RMC and probably Duke. So they're trespassing. They might be on a county road, but the trees they cutting, I own. I pay taxes on this property. See, Townsend Tree Service is violating my rights and trespassing. No matter if they're up in the bucket, when as soon as they cut them trees, it's on my property. So I know some people getting pissed off about it. But you all seen it on video. You seen it live. They need to take care of the main lines on 31. You know, that's where the damage was. They didn't cut them down. They didn't top them out. They just trimmed a few limbs. See, they just dropping the limbs and they're not picking them up. That's funny. The power never does go off here. It always goes off on 31. Hi, baby. I know it's warming up. I like to see a little spark. You know, when towns and tree service violate your civil rights and trespass without permission. And they came and talked to me last week, a week before. I said, I would if you top this tree out. So we can't do it. I said, well, you ain't got permission. I said, if I catch you, you're going to be videotaped and probably the police call on you for damage to my trees. You had no permission to cut my trees on my own property. What you all feel about that? I know they said they got a right of way. No, they don't. See those poles right there? It's privately owned. There is no right of way. Back when they built these houses back in the 40s, the people who owned the property back there then had to pay for the poles. They had to pay for the wires, but there ain't no right of way, period. The paperwork I got states there's no right of way. Is that a catch-22? How to get around from trespassing? They still ain't got no permission to cut my trees. So next month when I go down and pay my electric bill, I'm going to tell RMC, I said, you owe me about $100,000. They're going to say, what for? For cutting trees on my property without my permission? I said, it's on YouTube. You know, it's been recorded. They reach with the bucket, reach over and cut it without my permission. I said, that's trespassing. I said, I've been talking to a lawyer, which I have been. The same one that made my will out, which I don't say who he or she is. But you all can see my point. We still have rights here in the United States. The Democrats is trying to take it away from us. Look in California. So they're trespassing what they say. They didn't have permission to reach over onto my property and cut it. I've saw lawyers talk about this on YouTube. They say they was lawyers, but you know, you can't believe everything you see on the news either, but you know, they're trespassing. Can I file a lawsuit for the damage of my tree? Look at that tree laying in the ditch that was cut last year or something like that. And look, you see up, they cut 3 planes of it and lay them in the ditch. The Towns and Tree Service do that? No, they didn't pick none of this shit up. Just like that tree laying right there that was cut either last year or year before last. So I hope somebody complain. Yeah, I'm videotaping them. They didn't have permission. They might be in the bucket, but as soon as they touch my tree, that's trespassing. They're doing damage to the tree. And people, it's my age. You buy a GoPro, you can only live stream from a Wi-Fi or a hotspot. Otherwise, you can record it, then upstream it the way YouTube was talking to me. So they're trespassing. A pickup truck must showed up. It must be a boss. But they ain't got permission to cut my damn trees. That's shade. When they cut my shade off, it makes my house worth less money. So I think it was a boss in the truck. I guess, I'm not sure. Everybody that's on the other channels, I'm doing pretty good. Uh-oh, my battery's getting low, people. But I can always videotape from my bedroom. Hi, Tiger. Hi, Mama Blackie. Hi, baby. Hi, Mama Blackie. Yeah, that's your grandma. That's your grandma, Blackie. How you doing, Grandma Blackie? Man, don't trip. Get out underneath my feet, baby. I'm a little dizzy, people. Why you want to go in? Come on. Let's go out. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Go out. I love Jesus. You all love Jesus, don't you? What? Yeah, I love you too, Socks.
Emergency room.
I gotta go get me something to eat while my phone's charging.
On the pilot. Tom D. David and Nora 1 3676 809 700.
Because it sounds like they're trying to find a close helicopter.
Affirmative, and just for information, Secretary from New York called, said they have a helicopter coming in for another run too also. So I'll get somebody there as quick as I can.
Alright, sounds good, pal. We'll head to the hospital then. Thank you.
Claire, are you en route now, or it's gonna be a minute?
We are not en route. There, we're going tonight.
Wonderful. Alright.
10:42.
Hey, sorry, 20.
The most recent vehicle is a 2010 Buick. No Hummer showing under the Higdon subject.
It's a story when I ran into it.
Six 1409.
Eating some ham that I got at the dollar store. So all the kitty cats is around me.
And then KDH 1409.
Where are you? Right.
Over a grave, so.
Hello there, it's in the background. So you are the best of the best. Since it's getting close to Valentine's Day, men forget about Valentine's Day. Get them a box of candy and a dozen roses. If you love your spouse, do it. Don't forget Valentine's Day, people. So you can't forget that. Candy. Friends that been real nice. I was going to get this one. Don't work in a grocery store. I told her, I like to buy you a box of candy, so I just give to my kids. She's not much on chocolate.
Phillipsburg 4579, 1028.
She was working today because her Vico was there when I drove past. But
4579.
that's okay.
Then it's going to be 1 in Nora, 4, A Adam, L Lincoln, 2, A Adam, P Paul.
I sent a comment to another YouTuber who lives in southern Indiana since he has a GoPro. You know, does he go live, or when he gets back home, does he upload it? You know, then put it on YouTube? The way I understand when I talked to that lady on YouTube, but I'll rather have it where you can do a live stream. And that way, if 5-0 gets you, they want to race it. That's my point, GoPro, is fix it up where you can live stream from your cell phone.
A salvage title showing no expiration but showing an effective date, August of 2020. This thing, lady.
People ask me, so, will you date any of your ex-wives? Well, 2 of my ex-wives is dead. Will I date any more? Date any of the other 2 ex-wives? See what? Oh, I forgot about the one in New Albany. That makes 5 ex-wives. Would I date her? Somebody says she passed away, but I haven't seen nothing on paperwork, so I can't really comment. But would I date an ex-wife? I don't know. There's just one. I'm not going to mention her name. I don't know if she's on YouTube or not. Could be. She had a shirt on. This been 30 plus years ago. Probably 78, somewhere like that. She had a shirt on. And it said Foxy Lady. And I said, you must really be a foxy lady. Would I date her again? Probably. You know, don't know. Would her children get mad because I probably would?
Clear break spot 62, 62, clear.
62.
Speeds are at 46. We're approaching the ramp. Looks like I have a unit in front of me here. We're at the Lewis and Clark Parkway. Blue Turnpike.
Speed 46, approaching bottom of the ramp. The Lewis and Clark Parkway, turning right at 1417.
I don't think he's fleeing. I think he's what's going on here. It's 10:43. 40 hours.
26, 1417.
Got 64 East, at a 121. Indiana temporary. That's Sam 342725 showing us mark.
We're behind the dermatology building. Closing car. Going into a parking spot here.
22 Street behind Terminal.
Austin, if you want to start there.
Radio over 28. There's no injuries. Everybody's still around. 10-4, can we cancel 5 for EMS?
Thank you all so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Also, to donate on Cash App. I might not do this right, people. HTTP, 2 periods, over top of each other, 2 slashes, Cash App, /$ Tom Cartwright 4375. You can donate that way. I guess I learned a little bit more about my GoPro. Maybe I can show you the back 40 without being live streamed. All I had to do is figure out how to upload it to YouTube. I wish I had somebody that's smart enough here with me, even a girlfriend. Over 20, 21 and above, skinny side. No watermelons or cantaloupe, maybe apples or oranges, maybe a softball. You know how big softballs are. Eggs or golf balls, but no cantaloupe and no watermelons. Because I've told you my reason. I got heart problems. Women always fuss. Oh, my back hurts. My back. They got all that weight. I don't blame them for their back hurting. You got a whole lot of beautiful women out there. Even, apples or oranges, their back not hurt that much because they're not that top heavy. Maybe they should make it where they have some kind of back brace built into the bra where your back won't hurt. Like I said, I'm not an inventor, but that's something you women can come up that got cantaloupes, watermelons, or big watermelons. Maybe you ladies can invent something like that for other ladies. If a man invented it, it'd be kind of strange, wouldn't it, if a man invented something like that? But I know there's very smart women out there. I know you women are smart. I know I'm 70 plus years old. Fixed income, retirement, Social Security as you call it. $800 to $900 a month. I live on a budget. You all have to live on a budget. If you learned when you were younger and went to church, you put your faith in God. Maybe you don't go to church now, but you probably still believe in God. They've got TV things of churches on there. I forget what channels they on. Or if you got internet, you don't need cable TV. Because you got these smart TVs that you can pick up Pluto, Freebie, and all this YouTube, stuff like that. So that's something you all can look into. You know, you can find you a church service on them smart TVs if you got Wi-Fi, if you got internet. You don't have to pay extra for all this stuff like you do on cable TV. Another thing, people, I've read on the internet. Can you believe everything on the internet? No, you can't. But I've talked to people who deals with TVs and, work at a TV station. They're coming out with a new software or update for these new TVs. They call it, I think, ATS or ATC 3.0. When you go to buy you a new smart TV, that's a question you all need to ask. Does that have that ATC or ATS 3.0? That way you still can pick up your local channels. Some areas of the United States have done that. So you all might want to check into that and see. So you might want to look into that. It's right now, I think we got 2.0. They're coming out with the 3.0 in the last year or so. My TV is, I think, 2 years old, so it should be ready, but I'm not sure. But I do watch local channels, like today's Tuesday. I can go to channel 58 and watch counting cars with the count on it, it redos some of the cars and motorcycles and stuff like that. The count in, I think, in Las Vegas. So that might be something, but I do watch a whole lot of channels. You all know what I'm looking in at a girlfriend. Over 21. As one of my kids said, Dad, I don't want a stepmom younger than me. I can see her complaint. But wouldn't you want your dad or mom to be happy where, but, I live about 30 to 40 miles south of Seymour, Indiana. But 16 to 19 miles of Louisville, Kentucky. Would I take a Mexican woman? Yes, I would. That way she could teach me Spanish. A Korean woman, Japanese or Chinese? Yes, I would. I've never dated a Mexican or anything like that. Or a Vietnamese lady. I've never dated anybody like that. And I've always tell you people, get you a dash cam for your vehicle. Don't get the cheap one. But you want to get your dash cam that has front, then it got a cable that you can plug into your dash cam that you can put in your back window. Make sure it has a GPS. GPS have your location and your speed, the date, the month, and the year. You have it for your protection. I saw a video that was live streaming. It was still live streaming when the person got hit. And the cop blamed the other person. and she showed them. They showed them the video, and they had to change their police report. You know, it depends who the person was that hit you. They could be a VIP. You know, I got a dash cam in my car. But since I live stream in my car now, it videotapes it. It's live. So you all get to see it in person. So I'll be back on here tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if I'm awake. You know, I've been doing a whole lot of work, you know, around here. I got to do some more, but I thought it was going to rain today. That's how come I didn't do that. I got empty cat food bags of this cat litter. I got to take out there and dump it over on the west side of my property.
I'm getting on 62 West now.
Right, she's 265 from Charlestown Road, 1043.
I thought that was Scott County talking. That's Floyd County talking. You know, so
62 clear. Show us available radio.
you are the best of the best. Hit the subscribe bell. I said hit it again and get all notifications. I don't know if you have to hold the subscribe bell down and go up and hit all the notifications. So that's something, you know, that I recommend. You get all notifications. And some of the YouTubers I watch is RD on the Scene. And the other one he owns is Kern County Crime Watchers. That's more of a family operated. It's operated by his Roger, his daughter, and his son-in-law, Aiden. And sometime his pet monkey, what's that, Chip, or whatever his monkey's name is. If Roger, you know, sometimes when you're out driving, you should turn around, let everybody see what you look like sometimes. I know you always see what's out in front of you. But it's that one video you done that one night, just you and your monkey, you turn around, and I believe you got more views that night than you ever did, because people likes to see you. You know. So I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you all so much for watching and sitting in the background. Because you all the best people out there. You help this old man out. I'm bored. Do I need a girlfriend? Well, I do in a way. She'll keep me company. Maybe I won't be on YouTube that much. Would I take an ex-wife back? Maybe, maybe not. There's a reason that, you know, you divorced your mate. So, you know, that's something to think about. And the smokehouse lady. Only she knows what the smokehouse I'm talking about. But your ladies, if you're smart, you figure what a smokehouse is. But that's all I'm going to say, because I don't want to violate any YouTube policies. So I want to say good afternoon. It's 2:31 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you all have a nice day. If you're getting ready to go to work, don't work too hard. pray to God that everything's okay with you and your family.
He advised that he was going to be standing in the doorway when you all pulled up.
So
Just make a little bit of it.
teach your young sons how to be polite to ladies. Open the door for them. They might be a little too young to do it, but you talk to them. The mothers and fathers teach them. I know you love your children. Sometimes, they said, well, you all old fogies, this and that. You don't understand. Sit down with your children. Say, whatever, John Doe or Jane Doe, whatever their names is. Say, remember, Daddy and Mommy was young like you at one time. You'll be old like we are. Just think about it. And also tell your children, if you're mean to Mommy and Daddy, when you get married and have kids, your kids will pay you back for what you've done to your mama and daddy. That is truth. My dad told me that. I told my kids that. One of my children said, Dad, you was right. I do get paid back the way I treated you and Mommy. I'm not going to mention their names, but they know who they are. They're beautiful kids. I love my kids. Do they believe in God? I don't know. That's, it's up to them. Do they live on a budget? I said probably not. No matter if you working or he's working, you still got to live on a budget. You know how much your rent is. You know how much your electric bill. If you heat with gas, you know what your gas bill. Your water and sewage is. If you go out on the town on the weekends, you know how much you're going to spend on the weekend. Car races or movie theaters or drive-ins if they still got drive-ins. That's why some of my kids was made at a drive-in. And I used to be an alcoholic and drug addict. I've been sober 25 plus years. Knock on wood, people. You can do it. It's all up here. You got to have the willpower. Put your faith in God. God will help you through that. You don't have to go to a methadone clinic like some people I know. It gives you a little bit of a high, but does that wean you from your drug addiction? I say no. But I'm not a doctor or not specialized in that field, so I can't say that. I don't have any master's degrees or bachelor degrees or doctor degrees. I don't have anything like that. So I want to thank you all. So cheer up, people. God loves you. God makes the final say so. I know you all out there is trying to prosecute people or this and that. It's up to God to have the final say so. If you go to heaven or you go to the fireplace, it's up to God, not you all. Love their neighbors, no matter what they do. You might not know the whole story. Or it could have been your children that's involved when they were young. I know young kids get accused of something, it never did happen. Or the mother or the father or grandpa, it happens. But it's not true. If you don't know the story, don't hate them. God does not like you when you hate someone. He does punish you somehow or another. You might lose a loved one, or you might get in a car wreck, get paralyzed. God is punishing you all somehow or another. I believe in God within my heart because I'm old. I thank God every morning when I get up for living another day. I ask God for help on YouTube. I ask God to help me, on the Powerball Mega Million. But He has something special for me to do. Well, without money, I can't help people. I want to buy me at least 100 acres out in the country. But with the county ordinance, the county laws, to put a tiny house, like maybe a 1-bedroom for a homeless person, you need a septic tank. I think that's an acre of ground. So you figure, 10 houses or so, but if you have a basement underneath that, would that still count as a tiny home? Which I don't know. But you can make you a tiny home with a basement underneath there, put your hot water heater tank in there, and might have to put your hole in it where you have a sump pump in it in case you get water in it. But if you got the right contractor out there, that basement will not leak. So that's something to think of. That's my dream. I had a dream I had 3 times. Usually when I dream it 3 times, it comes true. And this person left me over 20,000 acres. It covers 3 states. I think Kentucky's one of them, but I'm not sure. It covers 3 states. The only qualifications for that property that person set up, I had to take in stray cats. It was fenced in. You fixed them houses out there where they had a place to get out of the weather. You have underground, I guess you call it bunkers. I'm not going to tell you how far underground, maybe 100 feet or more. The temperature always stays around 68 degrees. This one have it like an indoor movie theater where they can watch the TV program like you're in a movie. You had a grocery store. You didn't have any gasoline vehicles. You had like golf carts. That's how you get along. You get along underground. That's the dream. I accepted this person or person's terms to that. I say the person was a millionaire, maybe billionaire, to have plenty 20 plus acres. It might be more than 20,000 acres. Like I said, it covers 3 states. You had a delivery place, a garage you can pull in like for your grocery store, like your milk, your soft drinks, your eggs. But really, you need eggs when that property had chickens. You had fresh eggs every day that you can go on top of the ground and go there and get you some eggs, fresh eggs. You have goat's milk. And I know there's people out there that's allergic to soap. Check in your area and see if you can find goat soap. Or find a dealer somewhere on the internet that sells goat soap. You'd be surprised how it works for your skin, you know. Check it out. You know, if you got goats on that property, you have fresh goat's milk. You know, that's something to think about. You know, I do buy goat's milk for my kitty cat. You only get about like a pint. You know how many pints to make a gallon of it? It costs you over $10 to make you a gallon of goat's milk. So that's something, you know, about health. And people, you need to do YouTube videos. Ex-wives, wives, spouses. Do a thing on your medical history. You know, talk about your health. What's wrong with you? Have you had heart attacks or strokes? Do you have high blood pressure, sugar problems, or this and that? You need to make a video of that in case future kids want to look it up. If you pass away and grandma and them didn't get to see their grandkids, at least the grandkids get to see what their grandpa, their grandma, their daddy or mommy looks like. So, you know, think about that, people. It's like a woman keeping a diary. The reason I do this is like a diary. It's my life at WTSC News. You know, that's the name of my radio and TV station. WTSC News broadcast. So, it's news. So, I saw an update on one of the local TV station about No. He appealed his bond of $75,000 full cash bond. I say to be turned down because he done been arrested and post bond. Is that high? No, it's too low. It should be 100,000 or more. His wife should be more than 30,000. Now his daughter is in the process of getting arrested for theft and credit card fraud and probably tax evasion, where she stole money from what they said that Indiana State Police and the IRS uncovered, that she stole $100,000 from the Utica Fire Department. You know, that's theft. But I know, like your city, county, and state, anytime you pay for something with a credit card and like that, it goes in front of the board and it has to be approved. Did that happen at Utica Fire Department Firehouse? I don't know how it runs. Every fire department is different. But if it came up in front of the board to approve to pay your monthly bills, they would have caught it. So I figure the state audit will also do an audit on the Utica Fire Department and tell them to change the rules where you vote on the bills every month to come in and get paid. Is Jamie Knoll the fire chief at Utica Fire Department? No, they kicked him off of it because of him getting arrested. But remember, everybody is innocent until proven guilty. You know, there's going to be some more charges come out. And I said there'd be federal charges. When the federal charges going to come, I don't know. Tax evasion, that's state. But on federal taxes, it's federal. Is that the same thing? I say no. I'm not a lawyer.
1969, 1014.
Federal taxes, it falls under federal. State taxes falls under state, I would say. You all people out there know it. I know there's some lawyers out there watching this. I know there's a few people from the police department. I'm not going to mention them because some of them's good friends. But there's a video going to be coming out about the ISP at District 45, Salzburg. They got a bunch of dishonest people at the post. And Indianapolis headquarters is looking into it. So the ones that's investigating Jamie knows, not from this area. They're from Indianapolis, where they're good troopers. You do have good police officers. But you as a police officer knows that one of your brother's sisters breaking the law, you turn them into the property person. You might get in trouble, but to me, you're a good police officer when you turn somebody in for breaking the law. Your police departments, teach them about the First Amendment. You know, if they're on a public sidewalk, that's okay. If they're in a public building, that's okay. But I've seen people that violate the First Amendment, like the Clark County Sheriff's Office. I don't know if they do it anymore since they got a new sheriff, but I got a feeling they're going to come out and arrest him too, because him being number 2 deputy had to know what the hell's going on. Is he involved in it? No matter if he turned that in, you got to think about it. Use common sense. Your dad and mom, grandpa told you, use common sense. He had to know what was going on. I would really, really do an audit into them credit cards. I don't know how they do it, if the card number or 93.1 or 93.2. I don't know how they do it now, so they need to check into that. You're going to find out more charges going to be coming down. I know the FBI's looking into it. They're keeping it hush about his Florida home. It hasn't made the news media once they found his Florida home with the federal search warrant. That probably will follow later. That probably be in the federal charges since it's over state line. So, that's the update as of this morning's news. So that's something, I don't watch the news. As I told you last night, the jury trial I was supposed to go to was canceled. I had a problem. I call that Monday morning. I want to show you. See this? It's my sensor for my diabetes. It connected to my cell phone. It says on the paper, no cell phones. I called down there because I wanted to know, because when I take a reading on my cell phone, it goes straight to the doctor. I do that because she's a diabetic specialist if you got diabetes, people, you might want to ask your family doctor if there's a diabetes doctor. It might be a medical term for the name of the doctor. Just in my case, when I start going to this diabetic doctor, she helped me out 100%. She got my weight down. She got my A1C from about 7 down to 5.2, less than a year. So you need a doctor who specializes in diabetes. I don't know the medical term for a diabetic doctor, but ask the doctor you go to, and your doctor probably can tell you if there's a diabetes doctor that you can go to, and they can recommend up, because you have to be referred to that sugar doctor. You ain't gonna go to a family doctor who don't specialize in heart attack. You go to a heart doctor. These heart doctors and sugar doctors, they keep up on all the kinds of medicine. They keep up on everything, I guess, every day or week, or however they do it. They keep up on all this. So, if you value your health, so take care of yourself out there. Even if you're young, take care of yourself, young kids. What do I classify young? Probably anybody under 60 years old. Since I'm older than 60, I'm older than 70. So you want to take care of yourself. If I help one person out there talking about diabetes, this and that, it's very nice, because that's one thing God wants me to do. Try to help you all. God wants you all to get back in church. God doesn't want you to say anything about people or charge them. It's up to God to make the final judgment. It's not up to you or me on the judgment, no matter what they done. I might not like it. Only thing I can tell them is that God loves you. Put your faith in God. That's all I can tell you. I said, I'm not going to, say anything bad, because God does not want you to hate anybody. If you hate someone because of something they did, God's going to punish you somehow or another. How, I don't know. That's between you and God. You might get pneumonia, or you might get rabies, or anything. God will take care of your problem. Put your faith in God. If you can't go to church every Sunday, you can watch it on TV or a radio station in your local area. And you can find church stations on your TV 7 days a week. So, that's something to think about. Put your faith in God. That way the devil will get out of you. Some of you I know out there still got a little devil in you. So put your faith in God. 100%. Ask God to forgive you for your sins. Don't cheat on your spouse, no matter if it's a he or she or whatever. Don't cheat on your spouse, no matter who it is. Ask God to forgive you for your past sins of cheating on your spouse. Living together or married. Ask God to forgive you. I'm not talking about any special person. That's what God's putting in my head to tell you all.
You guys south of 8.
So some of them probably have cheated on their spouse. Male and females. Or males are males, or females are females, or whatever.
Commission 4499.
God doesn't like that. So put your faith in God. You know, you can look in the Bible. I had a Bible, but when my dumb brother kicked me out of the house, I didn't get half of my stuff. I didn't get my brand new TV I got in December of that year. My brother broke the promise to my mom. He broke the will because Mom had it set up in the will that she would die in her house. My brother didn't care about it. He wasn't about stealing her money as he did. He stole money from my children that was in CDs. $1,000 each of my children he stole. He stole money I had in the safety deposit box. Let's see, 18 silver dollars I got when I went to elementary school. Anybody who went to the elementary school back in the 50s and 60s, you know what I'm talking about. I got a silver dollar every semester for not missing any day. The second semester, not missing any day, you got a silver dollar. For the whole year, not missing any days. That's 3 silver dollars. That's 18 silver dollars that my brother stole from me. It was in the dad's safety deposit box at the bank up on the square. I've also had 2 gold bars because I figured it'd have been worth money when I retired. I had 2 silver bars. I had 2 rolls of Kennedy $50. They were silver. I had rolls of Mercury dimes. I had rolls of Buffalo nickels. I had rolls of wheat pennies. I could have one in there that's worth $1 million. I had people, you know, if you've been in the service, you had either Series E or Double E bonds. Where are they? Ask my brother. I got a life insurance policy that was in that box. It was you got when you was a baby, and after 20 some odd years, you didn't have to pay on it no more. He got that, and I bet 2-1 that son of a bitch cashed that in. My dad made sure that I knew where my policy was when they passed away. If anybody from State Farm corporate office is on here, I want to let you know what Dale Robinson done at the State Farm in Charlestown, Indiana did. I went there months after my mom passed away, and Dale Robinson flat told me, said, we can't talk about it. I know what he did. Between him and my brother, steal from you. He had stole from his grandmother. He broke into his grandmother's house. I figured one of my ex-wife, would she admit that he broke in? Probably not, because they still keep in touch today. But it's the truth. They would go in the garage and come through the basement door. I have to change the locks on it to keep him from coming in stealing stuff. We lost a Mexican Chihuahua, like this. So I want to thank you all. Thank you all for watching and for subscribing. You are the best of the best people here on YouTube. I love you all very much. God loves you. Don't give up on God. Even if you hate someone, don't hate them. God don't want you to hate people. I know people take plea bargains. Are they guilty when they take plea bargains? Say no. Say, if you're a female, maybe your dad was sick or your husband was sick or vice versa. Wouldn't you take a plea bargain where you can get out and take care of them? I know a whole lot of people has done that, knowing they didn't do what they do. Well, they had a jackass for a public defender and don't care about your rights. So, I'm asking your people, change your evil ways. Don't hate anybody. If you don't know the truth, don't spread lies. Be honest. Forgive them. Maybe your kids was involved in the same thing that your spouse has done and didn't do it. Especially when spouses got the paperwork stating that your kids done it. Male, female, or whatever. You don't know it. Since the kids was young, the records are sealed. Can you get into them records like that to find out if it's true? No. The records are sealed up because they was minors. But I got, I know people that got the paperwork stating that person accused them of doing that. But those records are sealed. But what these people got, that was evidence against him or her. So they got the public record, but it is sealed. But you can't get records like it. You'd be surprised what your kids have done that your spouse never told you about. Or your kids didn't tell you about what they did. Don't judge people. Because your kids can be involved in the same thing.
Yeah, sorry about that. Our battery died.
I'm not mentioning any names. That could be anybody in the world. So don't judge people. God wants you to love them. Forgive them. Put your trust in God. So I love you all. So I love you all. Please cheer up. If you need to talk, I'll be back on here at 9 o'clock tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I want to say hi to the people up in Canada. I love you all. People up in Canada, I know some of you watching it. Don't be mad at people who's a different race or different color as you. Treat them the same. You all believe in God in Canada. Don't judge people by their race. I bet if you took blood from everybody and done a DNA on yourself on the family line, you're going to find out that you might have some German in you, or Polish, Japanese, Korean, Indian. You never know. So stop being a racist in Canada. I got a few friends in Canada. They feel like they're not welcome in Canada. You're not God's children if you feel that way. God is going to punish you for being a racist person you are. So stop being racist. No matter where you live here in the United States or wherever, quit killing each other. Like the people in Louisville, Kentucky. There's always somebody dying during the week or every day. It's usually blacks killing black. Stop that, people. Quit killing each other. Say no to drugs. Say no to alcohol. Stop this racism. No matter if you're white, black, or Mexican, or whatever. I've told you I have dated black ladies. I dated this one out by Moby Dick and close to Algonquin Parkway, if that tells you the neighborhood. She was a very nice young girl. My kids love their cooking better than mine. I guess anybody's cooking is better than mine. I guess my kids would say that, except when I use shake and bake, for pork chops and chicken and stuff like that. That was good. Even you had people, if you can remember, I think it was shake and bake. You could buy a box that you can make meatloaf. I had all the ingredients for a meatloaf. I haven't seen that no more. That was good meatloaf. It's better meatloaf than the one I make. So I want everybody to cheer up. Put your faith in God. You are the best of the best people. You are also awesome people. Hit the subscribe bell and all that. I love you. I usually don't get on that time, but I was fussing about Townsend tree trimmer service trespassing on my property. They done it from the main road, but as soon as you touch that tree and you climb over the guardrail to get it, you trespass on my property. I did not give your Townsend tree people permission to trespass on my property. For you to trespass, I talked to that guy you all sent around. He said, can we have permission to come on the property, cut your tree? I said, you see that? Can you top that out? I said, no. I said, well, you ain't got no permission. So, tree Townsend people, you might get arrested. There might be charges brought against you. You might be sued for trimming my trees on my own property. So, God's going to take care of you. I don't know how God would take care of Townsend Tree Service. But I am going to complain to RMC when I go down there and pay on my bill. Because that is not right. They trespass. They might use the bucket, how much of the airspace you own. But them to touch my tree and cross that guardrail to pick up what limbs they do get. But I showed you in the ditch line when I walked to the mailbox. Those trees that they cut down, they just leave everything in the ditch line. But it's all now on video. It's on YouTube. So what comes around Townsend Tree Service will go around. Come around, go around, how the old saying is. I love you all. God bless you.